It's 2006, I'm a freshman, and Matt Sherman asked me to wear his football jersey at the end. Oh yeah. In South Dakota homecomings, I don't know about other homecomings, but South Dakota homecomings, the greatest part of these is the theme days. Every day is a different theme, right? We have to dress up in these themes. And this, to me, as a freshman, was the most exciting thing because not only were they the theme days, but they were competitive. And I like attention. And I was determined to win these theme days. So I prepared my costumes weeks in advance. The themes were, I think first day was color day, the second day was usually career day, so there was celebrity day, etc. And it was very, very exciting for me, okay? One year I went to career day as a ninja. Yeah, it was a good time. But not only did we have these theme days, in Chamberlain, they also do the class Olympics. Because what better way to introduce the freshmen to high school than by putting them in competition with the upperclassmen in a series of events. Okay, these were like the literal Hunger Games, okay? These were events like the food relay, tug of war, things like the dangerous activities, okay? And I signed up right away. I was so excited. So day one, it's Monday, it's purple day. I'm wearing this rock star outfit with like a purple tutu, purple wig. I'm gonna win this game, remember? And I signed up to participate in the food relay. A food relay is much like any relay, except in this relay, the goal, you have to run up, eat whatever food you pull out of the bag, run back, and tag the next person. So we're getting ready for the food relay. I'm standing with my fellow freshmen, and I look to my right, and all of the other upperclassmen are like huddled up. Like they have a strategy for this, and we're just kind of milling around. And before we know it, the teacher yells, "Get ready." We look to our right and left. We don't know what's happening. Get set. Oh my God, what are we going to do? Go. And then suddenly, all of my classmates line up behind me. Like they had this plan the whole time that I was just going to go first. And I'm not exactly a sportsy person, but suddenly they yell go, and everybody else is sprinting up there, and they're chugging their tomato juice already, and I'm like, oh my God, I have to start running because everyone's screaming. So I run to the end, I reach into the food bag. The first thing I grab out was a pixie stick, like a giant pixie stick. And you might think, oh, hell yeah, that's a great thing to pull out of the bag. But instead, I thought, I don't have scissors for hands. What am I going to do? So I put the pixie stick back. And the next thing I grabbed was a peanut butter sandwich. And I had a strategy for this one. Okay, the other classmen, they're already running back. So I've got to figure out a way to eat this sandwich in 0.2 seconds or less, and then run back. So I started literally shoving the sandwich down my throat with my fingers. It was the epitome of dignity and grace, okay? Yeah. And the freshmen are screaming, they're yelling, I'm so psyched to be alive. I shoved this down. Finally, the teacher was like, just go, you're fine. I said, okay. I ran back, I think I fell. I slid about 10 feet. I probably did the air guitar, and then I let the next person go. It was awesome. I felt like a rock star. We managed to get ourselves caught up, and then I'm watching, and I'm standing there, and I'm high on adrenaline, and then after a little bit I think, I haven't taken a breath in a while. So I went out into the commons area, and I found a trash can to kind of try to spit it out, and my science teacher followed me, and I remember him asking me, are you breathing? Can you breathe? And I think I looked up at him and I said, next thing I know, I am lying in a hospital bed. My hair is covered in blood and peanut butter, and my shirt's being cut off by a series of doctors. It was very exciting. I was in the hospital for 4 days, and it was all for the food relay, okay? Really, it was all for Matt Sherman's jersey, I'm sure. And I was just thinking, this is great. Everyone's going to pay attention to me. I'm going to get balloons, I'm going to get flowers and candy. That's what happens to people when they go to the hospital, right? Like, this is going to be awesome, and I'm only a freshman. Instead, what happened, the next day, my principal and my science teacher came to visit me, and my principal informed me that in order to ensure people's safety, they had canceled the homecoming games. So not only did I ruin my lungs, I also ruined homecoming. And then as they were leaving, my science teacher reached into his pocket and he pulled out a little container of mints and he said, "I'll be sure to use these next time." And then he put them back and walked away. And I thought, what is that supposed to mean? What just happened? Did he do CPR on me? Did he do CPR on me while I was choking on a peanut butter sandwich? CPR is the opposite of what you want to do when somebody is choking on a peanut butter sandwich, but that's what happened. And then I found out, so I got out of the hospital. I wore Matt Sherman's jersey. It was fine. But about 6 years later, a friend wrote on my Facebook wall and said that she had ran into the science teacher and that he wanted me to call him. And she put his number on my Facebook wall. And that was that. And I thought, what on earth would Mr. Winters want me to talk to him about? That's strange. And so I didn't call him. I did nothing. But then 2 months later, I found out he died. My mom and I drove to his funeral. I think we might have hung outside for most of it. I think we walked inside and kind of stood at the back for a little bit. I think I signed the guest book, but I'll never know what he wanted to say to me. All that really happened in the next 4 years following this incident was not fame or attention or glory. It was mostly just people asking me, "Do you still like peanut butter?" And I said, yes. I had it on my toast with blueberries for breakfast. Thank you.